What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Sunshine. I am sitting here in Kansas City, Missouri, taking a 34-hour reset, and I decided I'm going to answer the question that I know a lot of people ask me outside of drivers and shippers and receivers. Well, actually, a lot of drivers, male drivers, ask this question as well, or they're curious about this question for female drivers. The other day, I was taking an Uber ride to the beauty supply, and my Uber driver, he said, he was talking to me, and he was like, "Yeah, I used to deliver like small LTL packages to a company, and I used to always have to park at truck stops and take showers and stuff. And yeah, you drivers, how is it being an over the road driver, knowing how can you be a female as an over the road driver and you can't take a shower every day? You guys take a shower once a week." So I'm like, what? Like, who take showers once a week? So I'm like, okay, that's it. I've had enough. I'm about to address this question right now so you guys can get it answered, get it fixed. Because one thing about me, I am not taking showers once a week. First, to answer the question, female drivers, we actually have more opportunities to take showers than the normal, the average working person, because for one, they're working a 8 to 9 hour shift, a 9 to 5 job. So they have to they get to take a shower once they get off work. We're constantly passing by, every so many miles, we're passing by truck stops, and every truck stop has a shower where you can take a shower. Me, I like to plan. I'm very strict on myself when it comes to time management and planning out my trips. So when I take my 30-minute break, this is not when I'm fueling. I'm not one of those drivers that hold up the fuel break, the fuel bay to get all kinds of random stuff. But when it's time for me to take my 30-minute break in a day, that is after 8 hours, you have to take a 30-minute break. That's when I have my shower bag lined up, and I know immediately, as soon as I park this truck, I'm going to grab my bag and I'm going to go and I'm going to take me a shower. Not only that, if I'm driving or whatever, after you're done driving for the day, where are you? You're at a truck stop. So if I'm dirty, if I feel like I need another shower, then I can take another shower. There are a lot of truck drivers out here some of these truck drivers out here, these men, they do not take, they look like they don't take showers every day, and I believe they don't take showers every day. But me, this girl right here, I take daily showers. Sometimes when you are at these, you get off into these areas. Like, I'll give you an example. The other day, I was in Mississippi, and I ran out of hours on my clock, and I'm like, before I know it, I'm like, besides weigh this, the night before, that's when I took my shower. So I ended up going straight to the receiver, and I get into this area where I came from. I got into this area where there were no truck stops. They kept taking me off the major highway, so there was no truck stops, and I'm racing my clock. I'm running out of hours, and I end up at the Walmart distribution center, and it's pitch black outside. I'm the only truck there, and I'm like, dang, I didn't get a chance to take a shower. So there are some things that I do to prepare myself for any of these moments. And one of the things that I do is I keep baby wipes on my truck. tons of them for simple things. When I'm fueling up, we spend 14 hours in this vehicle. So my truck, the inside of my truck is very clean. And if I'm getting out of this truck, the only time I have to get out of this truck, the dirtiest thing that I'll probably have to do is between fueling and reaching up under my trailer to pull my fifth wheel. But there are things that I do to avoid getting as dirty as some of these drivers that I be seeing out here. So one of the things I do every time I fuel up, I make sure I have on my gloves. Immediately after fueling up, I go into the restroom and I do a hospital wash of my hands. That is, I wash my hands from my elbows down. So if anything touch me, like the hose, the diesel fuel hose or anything, my arms were the only thing that got dirty at the time. So I do an elbow to hand wash. The next thing is I have a fifth wheel pulley, so I'm not reaching up under the truck getting dirty. And if I do have to reach up under the trailer to pull that fifth wheel, then I wear a jacket. So that way, when I reach up under there, if there's oil or grease up under there, which it is, tons of it, it goes on my jacket. I can take that jacket off, put it in the dirty clothes and wash. Some drivers ask, like, how do you, when you have to go, if you're in a situation and you get into a situation, because you will get into a situation and you have to go to use the restroom, what do? This is by far, I am not one of the, this is by far the last resort. This is not an everyday thing. This is the last resort. I keep a bottle of bleach in my truck, and I also keep cases of water in my truck. So one time several times I've had emergencies like this where I had to pull over on the side of the road and do what I had to do. Now, let me tell you, I am not, you will not see me getting outside of my truck, taking a squat up under my trailer or next. I am not a squatter. I am not going to be doing, I don't do that. So what I have, I don't know if this is worse or better, but this is what I do. I have a bottle of bleach and 2 cases of water, and I also go to Walmart or Dollar General and I buy scented garbage bags. So if I ever have like an emergency, I have a trash can. I take 2 scented garbage bags and I keep this doggy. I have a dog as well. You should know that by now if you've been watching my videos. His name is Turbo. Since I have a dog, I keep puppy pads on my truck for just in case if he had an emergency and couldn't wait and I was driving and couldn't make it to the shipper. So I keep these puppy pads on the floor covering up over my rug. So if I got to that point where there was nowhere else to go, I'll take one of these puppy pads I'll take a scented trash bag and coat it over the trash can, and I'll take a puppy pad and put it at the bottom of the trash can, and that is what I'll do. And then when I'm done, I'll tie it up, secure it, and if it's 1, I'll tie it up and secure it. If it's a 2, which I've only had to do that once in my truck, I'm not gonna lie, I had to do what I had to do. And yes, I do have baby wipes and bleach and water and I took care of it. So I will put the lining on there. If it's a 2, then I'll double bag it and get rid of it. I do not keep pee jars, pee bottles, pee cups in my truck. Some of these drivers is nasty. If you can make it to, if I can get up and walk to that truck stop and go to the restroom, I'm gonna walk before I just roll out of my bed and be like, oh, there's a cup. But if you can't make it, then that's what I keep, and I immediately get rid of it so that the smell will not build up in my truck. When we use these showers, they clean them, but the towels, I have my own towels, so I keep my own towels because the towels that they use in the truck stop are the same towels that they provide for you, are the same towels that they use to clean the floors with. If you notice, when you go there and you look at your towels, you'll see stains in these towels. And it's like, I don't care how dirty a trucker is, how did these things get here? And I've witnessed on several occasions them take the same towels and start mopping the floors with, washing the shower with, and I'm like, I gotta get my own towels. And that's something that I realized when I first got into trucking. A lot of people want to know, what do you use and all this stuff, what do you wash up with and how do you stay clean? For the females, I love Dove and Olay. I am not going to go into details about the steps that I do to clean myself. Baby, when soap and water come together, miracles happen. You don't have to go do all that extra stuff. If you just wash yourself daily and set up additional times if you need to, then you will be all right. Soap and water, people. If I got to, in that situation where I did not have a shower, I will do what I call a stepping stone bath. It's not a permanent bath. It's just to get you to where you need to go, and that is to a full shower. So I have a container. I put water in it and soap myself up in the major areas and rinse off and get rid of it. And in the next day, or as soon as my clock reset, then I'll get to a shower and I'll take a full shower. One of the things that I do to prevent body odor or some of the things that I do to prevent body odor, because this truck, sometimes it can be like a hot box. One, we have AC. We're just not in here sweating and dirty and stuff like that. I keep my air on. I don't care. I have my air on right now, but since the sun is flashing through my window, it's still hot in here. But if I go to the back, then it'll be cool. But so I keep my air on, shave one. So we're sitting in this seat all day. So you definitely need to shave, panty liners, wear panty liners. What else? Make sure that after you take your shower, you dry off cracks, creases, gaps, anything that has cracks, creases, and gaps. Dry it off completely. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this video. That's my personal hygiene routine: scented garbage bags, bleach water, air freshener, a container, water, doggy pads, tampons, Dove, soap and water. If you don't do anything, soap and water will get you right together.